It gives me great pleasure to invite Dame Patricia Routledge to address the congregation.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, the Lord Mayor of the city of Chester and the Lady Mayoress, the Mayor of Helton and the Lady Mayoress, Deputy Mayor of Warrington, High Sheriff of this great county of Cheshire, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates. It gives me enormous pleasure to be here today, and you do me great honor welcoming me into this congregation with the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters. The wheel, it seems, has come full circle. It takes me back to the year 1947, when this county awarded me a scholarship which took me to the University of Liverpool to study our great language and literature for 4 years. It was a happy time and a fulfilling time. When I'm invited with an exciting invitation, I always ask myself, what qualifies me for accepting it? Well, I'll offer you my credentials. I'm a Cheshire girl, born and bred, and proud of it. I remember in 1947 that gift of a county scholarship. In 1951, I saw within this city the great cycle of medieval mystery plays, which I believe received a presentation only last year. I have, as you know, taken part in carol concerts with the prestigious Chester Music Society. And in 1965 and 1966, my brother Graham Routledge, a distinguished lawyer and barrister, was ordained deacon and priest in this beautiful and holy place. I do congratulate all of you who've received degrees today, and also your parents who've supported and encouraged you, as indeed mine did. But make no mistake, examinations are not over. I remember a distinguished director of theatre, himself had been a schoolmaster, saying to me, I see life as one big examination. It's full of tests, and it's how you come through those tests with success or failure that really, really counts. I asked another director once, what was the difference between a good performance and a great performance? What was the difference between competence and greatness? And in one word, he said, risk. And if you think about it, I think that that is a challenge that should be met according to your own self-assessment and ability, and a little wise help from those older than yourself. Take risks. If you lose everything, at least you've tried. If you gain something, then it gives you a great sense of triumph. Choice, tests, exams, choice, always to be made, every minute of the day. Do we put marmalade on our toast or honey? Do we step off on the left foot or the right? A memory comes back to me today also of an enriching evening I spent with the great Irish poet, Seamus Heaney. He was in Liverpool as a guest of the university some 12 years ago, and he was assessing and encouraging the poetry of young school children and students. We spent the evening together as guests of the Vice-Chancellor and other members of the university. We dined together, we went to a concert together, and it came about that we were staying at the same hotel. I'd brought up to Liverpool a copy of his complete works, and a little shyly, I asked him if he would inscribe it to me. And he said, oh, with great pleasure. And he came to my room when we arrived at the hotel, and he paused for quite a time and then checked with one of his poems in the complete works. It was a poem called The Gravel Walks. And in my book, he wrote this: walk on air against your better judgment. Think about it. It's worth the risk. Choices, always to be made. And perhaps the great poet Robert Frost encapsulated what this might mean. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveller. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, or having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that, the passing there had left them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, but knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Good luck, and thank you.